Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Mr. Boskin Does Some Math. Today we're doing illustrative math, grade 8, unit 5, lesson number 10. Okay, first question here says the graph shows the distance of a car from home as a function of time. Describe what a person watching the car may be seeing. So, the car's getting further away from home, further away from home, further away from home. Staying the same distance away from home, same distance away from home, same distance away from home, getting closer and closer and closer. I would say somebody drove to work, stayed at work, drove home. Other details you might notice, this is steeper than this. So they drove faster to work than they came home. Somebody was probably late leaving for work. The equation and the graph represent two functions. Use the equation y equals 4 and the graph to answer the questions. When x equals 4 is the output of the equation or the graph greater. So when x equals 4, y equals 3. So the graph is at 3, and the equation is always at 4. So which is greater? The equation. 4 is more than 3. What value for x produces the same output in both the graph and the equation? So the equation is y equals 4. Y equals 4 is this line. What value of x produces the same value? Well, they cross right here. So that looks like an x of 6. What value for x produces the same? X equals 6. When x equals 6, they're both 4. Okay, graph shows a trip on a bike trail. The trail has markers every 0.5 kilometers, every half a kilometer, showing the distance from the beginning of the trail. When was the bike rider going the fastest? So fastest means steepest slope. This is steep. That looks pretty steep. Here he's not going anywhere. Here he's not going anywhere. Here he's going kind of shallow, but it looks like the steepest is this section right here. So from 2.4 to 2.6 hours. Is where it's steepest, which means that's where he was going the fastest. When was the bike rider going the slowest? So my first thought with the slowest is stopped. But that's just stopped, not really going the slowest. So shallowest slope is here, which is from 1.4 to here, which is 2.2. During what times was the rider going away from the beginning of the trail? So when is he going away from the beginning of the trail? So here, his distance from the beginning is getting greater. It's going up. So here he's going away, and here he's going away. Here he's getting closer, closer. Here he's stopped, here he's stopped. So it looks like from 0 to 0.8. Let me move this so we can see a little better. From going away 0 to 0.8 hours and 1.4 to 2.2. 1.4 to 2.2. You could kind of say from 0 to 2.2, but here he was stopped, not really going away. During what times was the rider going back towards the beginning? Back towards the beginning is this portion. So that looks like from 2.4 to 3. 2.4 to 3 hours. During what times did the rider stop? Stationary there, stationary there. So 0.8 to 1.4. Zero 0.8 to 1.4 and 2.2 to 2.4. 2.2 to 2.4 hours. Okay, that's it for those. The expression negative 25T plus 1250 represents volume of a liquid of a container after T seconds. The expression 50T plus 250 represents volume of liquid of another container after T seconds. What does the equation negative 25T plus 1250 equals 50T plus 250 mean in this situation? So we have two equations that both talk about how much liquid is in a container. This equation is setting them equal to each other. So what does that mean in this situation? That means when they have the same amount, when the volume in both of them is equal. Now let's try and quickly find out exactly when that is. Add 25T, add 25T, those will cancel. 1250 equals 50 plus 25, 75T plus 250. Now to get the T by itself, we're going to get rid of this. Subtract 250, subtract 250. 1000 equals 75T. Divide each side by 75. T equals 1000 divided by 75 is 13 1/3. So what does it mean in this situation? It means after 13 1/3 seconds, the volume is equal in both containers. Okay, last one for today. This has been another episode of Mr. Boskin Does Some Math. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.